Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly connect and get their point across, while others struggle to be understood? Well, the answer lies in the power of communication. It's a gift, a tool, an art form that can shape our lives, our relationships, and our careers. Imagine two people. One is an expert in his field, has all the knowledge and skills, but lacks the ability to express himself clearly and persuasively. The other, perhaps not as skilled or knowledgeable, but has a knack for words, for conveying ideas in a way that resonates with others. Who do you think will be more successful? More often than not, it's the latter. Because no matter how talented you are, if you can't communicate effectively, you're like a book that no one can read. And this isn't just about professional life. Think about your personal relationships. Have you ever had a misunderstanding with a friend or a loved one that could have been avoided with better communication? We all have. It's a universal experience. And it's proof that effective communication can make our lives not just easier, but more fulfilling. But here's the good news. Communication is not a talent that you're either born with or not. It's a skill. And like any skill, it can be learned, honed, and perfected. With practice and the right strategies, anyone can become a master communicator. All it takes is the willingness to learn and the commitment to apply what you've learned. Remember, communication is not just about talking, it's about connecting. It's about understanding and being understood. It's about influencing and being influenced. It's about sharing and receiving. It's an exchange, a dance, a dialogue. And it's within your power to make that dialogue as effective, as meaningful, as fulfilling as possible. So, are you ready to unlock your potential as a communicator? To make your words count? To make your voice heard? To make your conversations matter? If you are, then stick around. In the next few scenes, we will dive into practical strategies to enhance your communication skills. Before we start, consider this. Who are you speaking to? Now, this might seem like a simple question, but it's absolutely crucial in mastering the art of communication. You see, communication isn't one size fits all. It's like a tailored suit. It fits best when it's specifically designed for the person wearing it. Understanding your audience is the first step in designing that suit. It involves recognizing and respecting their perspectives, experiences, and expectations. It's about adapting your language, tone, and style to align with your audience's needs. Are they seeking information, reassurance, guidance, or perhaps a bit of motivation? Your message should cater to that. Let's say you're explaining a complex concept. If your audience isn't familiar with the topic, using jargon will only confuse them. Instead, break it down into simpler terms. Make it relatable, make it digestible, incorporate empathy in your communication. Show that you understand their viewpoint. This not only fosters connection, but also increases the effectiveness of your communication. Remember, effective communication starts with understanding your audience. Ever heard of the saying, less is more? This holds true in communication as well. Clarity is the cornerstone of effective communication. Simply put, if your message isn't clear, it doesn't matter how eloquent or articulate you are, your message will get lost in translation. Now, you might be wondering, how do you ensure clarity in communication? Well, let's delve into it. Firstly, avoid jargon. Yes, those complex industry-specific terms might make you sound knowledgeable, but remember, the aim of communication is not to impress, but to express. If your audience can't understand your language, your message has already failed. So, ditch the jargon and opt for simple, understandable language. Secondly, use simple language. It's easy to fall into the trap of using complex words and sentences. But again, remember, less is more. The simpler your language, the easier it is for your audience to understand. Consider this. Would you rather listen to someone who speaks like a Shakespearean actor, or someone who talks like a regular person? Most would choose the latter. Now, on to the third tip. Be concise. In today's fast-paced world, no one has the time for long-winded explanations. Get to the point and do it quickly. Think of your words as a precious commodity. Use them sparingly. The more succinctly you can express your thoughts, the more likely your audience will grasp your message. Lastly, Practice active listening. This might seem counterintuitive, but hearing what others have to say can help you craft a clear message. By understanding their perspectives, you can tailor your message in a way that resonates with them. So, in a nutshell, clear communication is all about making your message easy to understand. It's about avoiding unnecessary complexity and focusing on the essence of what you want to convey. It's about valuing your audience's time and ensuring that your message resonates with them. Being clear in your communication helps avoid misunderstandings and ensures your message gets across. Communication isn't just about talking, it's also about listening. This can't be emphasized enough. When we think about communication, we often focus on the spoken or written word. But the essence of true communication lies in listening, in the ability to understand and absorb what the other person is saying. Imagine a conversation as a dance. It's not about one person dominating the floor with their moves. It's about both partners moving in sync, responding to each other's cues. That's what active listening is all about. It's about being present, being engaged, and responding to the other person in a way that shows you're truly invested in the conversation. So, how can we become better listeners? Here are a few tips. Firstly, show empathy. Empathy is not just about understanding someone else's perspective. It's about truly feeling what they're going through. It's about putting yourself in their shoes. When you listen with empathy, you're not just hearing the words, you're understanding the emotions behind them. Secondly, give feedback. This doesn't mean you have to agree with everything the other person says, but it does mean acknowledging their